Welcome back to the kitchen at Thuya Hill. I'm very glad to have you here today because it's a lovely, cool fall day and it's the perfect time to make some homemade elderberry syrup. When the seasons change and colds and flus begin to pop up, having this wonderful syrup on hand is a great help when it comes to your overall wellness routine. You can find elderberry syrup almost anywhere you go today. However, it is quite expensive when you buy it at the store. And the good news is it's incredibly easy to make and it's frugal as well. I can't wait to share today's recipe with you. I have here a jar of dried elderberries. I got mine from Mountain Rose Herbs, but you can also get yours from Amazon. There are many other online vendors that sell dried whole elderberries, so they're easy to find online. I bought these wonderful amber glass jars from Amazon, and I'm going to be storing my elderberry syrup in these. I'm also going to be adding some cinnamon, cloves, and ginger to this recipe, and then of course raw honey. It's a really easy process. I'm going to take you with me today and show you step by step how you can make your own elderberry syrup at home. So let's get started. Okay, so first what you're gonna need is 1.5 cups elderberries today. And I'm gonna be putting it in a big stock pot like this. So we're gonna measure out 1 cup, and if you get a little more, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So here's 1 cup, and we're gonna add just a little over 1/2 cup. So I've got my elderberries in my pot, and now we're gonna add just about 6 cups of filtered water. So here's 2 cups. Here's another 2 cups. And here is my final 2 cups of water that I'm going to be adding to the elderberries for a total of 6 cups of water. I'm going to add my cinnamon, ginger, and cloves to this mixture as well. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of each spice. You can add more or less, really depends on your taste. It smells so good. So there's 2 teaspoons of ground cloves. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Smells like pumpkin pie, so yummy. And then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of our ground ginger. There's 2. It's wonderful to have the convenience of being able to buy elderberry syrup in the store, but the truth is this recipe is so easy to make and so affordable. It's gonna be a great savings for your family if this is something that you like to consume during the fall and winter months. So now we have got our spices, our water, and our elderberries in this pot, and we're gonna stir it together and put it on the stove and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna turn the heat down low and we're gonna simmer for an additional 45 minutes. Our pot of elderberry syrup is now boiling, and what I'm going to do next is turn the heat down to low. The idea is that you want the liquid to reduce by about half so you get a nice syrupy consistency. Our elderberry syrup has finished its simmering process on the stove for the last 45 minutes. We're going to strain out the berries into this bowl. Once our liquid has been strained into this glass bowl, we're going to let it sit until it comes to room temperature, at which point we will add our 2 cups of raw honey. So here's our pot of elderberries, and it is quite hot. It smells delicious, and we're going to strain off the liquid. All right, as you can see, my berries are here, and I'm going to press on them to try to release all of those delicious juices that the dried berries were holding. So now our berries have been sufficiently pressed. We're gonna go ahead and let this mixture sit until it comes to room temperature. All right, so our elderberry syrup has now come to room temperature. I did put my glass container in a bowl of cold water over here just to speed up the process a little bit. So right now it's room temperature and perfect to dissolve our 2 cups of honey into. I am using raw honey today, which just adds to the benefits of this concoction. And we're gonna do about 2 cups. There's our first one, and there's our second one. Now we're gonna go ahead and stir our honey into our elderberry syrup. It smells so good. It's super rich and dark purple. This homemade elderberry syrup will last a good amount of time if kept refrigerated, but the truth is, for most people, you're gonna go through it way faster than it could go off. There are a lot of options to making a homemade elderberry syrup. You can add rose hips, you can add hibiscus. It just depends on the taste that you're going for. I like just a traditional, old-fashioned elderberry syrup. You can add or omit things that make sense according to your own personal taste and preferences. All right, so that is pretty well mixed in there. I'm gonna get my nifty funnel out to make it easier for me to pour. And I'm actually going to ladle it in with a little measuring cup. That just makes it easier. So after funneling in our syrup, we're gonna put a lid on, and now it's ready for storage in the refrigerator. For our family, we take about a spoon of this a day. It lasts really well through the fall and winter months, as long as it's stored in the refrigerator. So that's it, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I really hope that you try to make a homemade elderberry syrup for yourself. Thank you so much, as usual, for tuning into today's video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one very soon. Goodbye for now.